So, let's talk about Italy, because I have nothing better to do thanks to my government, which I will not have a chance to have a job probably in the near future, even if I'm qualified for one. So, let's start with the simple basic stuff. First of all, apparently now you can't, from July of this year, you can't receive in cash more than 1,999 euros. Of course, they use the excuse for that it's to control the gravity so people don't evade taxes. There's only a small issue because this seems like how I would say it seems that they want to propose something in the future to withdraw your money forcefully for I mean, what's the other objective? Because in 2022, you can't receive more than 999 euros. Unfortunately, our government forgets that people evade taxes for a very simple reason, that we have too bloody many, like taxes for everything. Like, you're lucky if your job at the end of the month, when you receive your pay, it's already a miracle because it's already taxed when you receive it. It's already a miracle if you have 51% of your pay. Thanks to our previous governments, because we couldn't find money for other stuff. And that's bloody absurd. That's a poor excuse. It's like not firing public employees. I don't know if you knew, but there was a mother who was working and she wanted to ask for a babysitter bonus because to take care of her own child, she had to work, of course. You know what the INPS, which is I don't know how to translate in Italian, but it's basically for income and taxes and so on. One of those public workers told this mother that the 14 months old child had to ask for that bonus. You know how ridiculous it is? That's how Italian state works. I'm not surprised that almost a century ago they called us the Africans of Europe. Well, they use a much stronger word for describing us, but more or less that's what they thought. Besides, our Minister Azzolina wasn't capable of spelling plexiglass, telling to Salvini that it was with two S, but our Italian dictionary writes plexiglass with only one S. So she ignored. Not only that, but she proposed she had the thought to propose like that in the school desk you should be separated by a glass of plexiglass. Plexiglass to separate so they would be stereo so that people won't infect each other. Problem is, unless you want to have your kids in a sort of prison, which I would say I considered high school, middle school and before, like prisons, or a crossbreed between a prison, asylum, mental asylum, and mental institution and a prison. I mean, what else it is in the end? But, okay. So that's the kind of minister it has. They try to cancel the only good thing that Salvini has done, the security decrees. Unfortunately, I don't think they will, because they are bartering. That's what happens in Italy, in politics. They barter. The famous inciuccio. But I don't know if they will succeed. I mean, that's the only thing that people basically wanted from Salvini when he was interior minister. Not only that, but they keep censoring the opposition, because a lot of people don't want to be censored, and they shouldn't be censored unless they defend pedophilia or something like that. I don't think anyone should be censored. And for some, of course, I almost forgot. Conte, when for the first time he got out of his glass house, was booed until oblivion. They called him a buffoon. Where's our money? Where's everything? Because we are in a crappy economic situation, and also the idiot, Mr. Conte, if you're listening to this and you understand me, please tell me how you're gonna resolve our economy in September, when most of those, most will fail by September. They will close permanently. Unless you want to sell out a country for a bag of beans, well, do it with another country, not with ours, you incompetent cretin. And don't cancel the security decrees made by Salvini. That's one of the few things Salvini has done well, and I support it, even as an immigrant. Because you guys are only good for wasting money. That's because the Lega Nord, or Lega, was good for keeping you in check, for actually caring about Italians, not being the social parasites you are. And why we aren't discussing the European Stability Mechanism money? You know, Italians don't want that. They knew what happened with Greece, they knew what happened with Spain and other countries that used that stuff, but no, apparently you still want those bloody parasites to creep on us, to destroy our country, which is what they basically did with Greece. Greece is a German colony. No matter what you call or what words you use, in the end, their economy it's controlled by Germany or the European Union. They are basically the same, because the European Union is basically a Fourth Reich. And I went to an African Discord, and they agree with me. No surprise, because they have to be part of the Francophone Union, some of them. You know what the Francophone Union is? It's just a third French Empire. An economic one, thanks to the African Franks. Not only that, but apparently our beloved president, that useless mummy, realized that our judiciary is a bloody mess, because Palamara, that corrupt judiciary, of course, went. Italian people should start to question the last 70 years of their history, because many people realize that if you have the judiciary, you can influence politics and backwards. Palamara, the magistrate, did a lot of things for political favors, and he's still free. Like it took like I think almost a year for him to get expelled from the judiciary. But this is Italy, so apparently it's completely tranquil. Everything is good. I almost forgot. You know, you remember Hugo Chavez, the parasitic leftist dictator that he is, that useless nobody that used to be whatever, the guy who tried, like, I think 1 or 2 times to coup the Venezuelan government 30 years ago almost. Yes, in 2010 apparently they gave 3 million euros to the Five Star Movement, but nobody is defending them except the Fatto Quotidiano, Il Fatto Quotidiano, because they say you should be cautious. Cautious, a pair of hairballs. No offense, but you turned into the biggest turncoats in Italian history, and you have the courage to tell us to wait for the judiciary. The same judiciary, by the way, that was found out to be against politically Salvini, despite they agreed with him. They agreed with the guy, but said, we have to attack him. For what reason? For political reason, because they have friends in the Democratic Party. Not only that, but apparently they, with the Stati Generali, the General States, it's just a propaganda. They said, no, we are going to do an informative, not a proposition of law. Which one we need right now is about economic one, because we are in dire need. We have been the mostly hit by the pandemic in Europe, which, by the way, is a Chinese virus. It originated in China, and it's Chinese fault if we are in a condition right now. Right now, our republic, which is basically a remake of the Italian Social Republic in World War II, which is, to say, a puppet state of Germany. We are the second Italian Social Republic, again. Like, one time wasn't enough. No, we want to be friends with the Germans. For the bloody crowds, they should have broken up that country. The Germans have created nothing but troubles in the last 2 centuries. Except when they defeated Napoleon, but Napoleon was a Corsican parasite. What are you to stir? It's bloody useless now. This country seems to be so made of sheep that we are all either too afraid or we follow the herd to the slaughter, not even to a nice place, to the bloody slaughter we follow them.